Orson Wilde is here, and I'm going to stay with Miss Alice.
What?
Did you forget? Orson Wilde, you know, the star of American theatre. And he's visiting and staying with us. You did forget?
No, not that. I meant you wanting to stay with Miss Alice.
Yes, that's right. Miss Alice suggested it. She told me you couldn't possibly refuse.
If it's really what you want.
It's the perfect solution, Mr. Holmes. Don't you agree?
Guess what, Mrs. Hudson? Mr. Wilde is here to study my father's character for his next play. And he won't be disappointed, will he? Father is so pig-headed.
I can't believe it. The great Sherlock Holmes standing in front of me. I'm sure that our two brains will...
Brains.
Mr. Wilde, your room.
Charming. This is such a fascinating city.
We need to talk.
I'd rather not. You're going to be angry again. Goodbye, Mr. Wilde.
Is it 5 o'clock already? I think I might go and ask Mrs. Hudson for some tea.
Oh, Wilde's already making himself at home. Wilde truly has a perfect disguise kit. Do actors really need all this? This must be grease paint. Face powder of an excellent quality. I use the same brushes for makeup.
I forgot my hat. Father?
I'm just checking,
You've got something on your face. Is it makeup?
It might be. Practicing my disguises, you know me. No, don't touch that! No!
Ah, Mrs. Hudson, with our tea.
Not quite. We have a visitor. However, the lady is not so much angry as perplexed.
Good day to you, gentlemen. My name is Mary Sutherland. I have come to you, Mr. Holmes, because I would give everything I have to know what has become of Mr. Hosmer Angel.
Why the haste, Miss Sutherland?
Mr. Hosmer Angel has disappeared, and my father, Mr. Winterbank, will do nothing. It makes me so angry.
Mr. Windybank is your stepfather, surely, since the name is different?
Well, indeed, I call him father, although he is barely older than myself.
And your mother is alive?
Oh, yes, although I wasn't best pleased when she married again, and so soon after father's death, and to a man so much younger than herself.
What is your connection with Mr. Hosmer Angel?
I met him at the gasfitter's ball. Mr. Winterbank did not wish for me and mother to attend. He never did wish us to go anywhere, but this time I was quite set on it. Fortunately, he left for France upon some business, and so didn't have any say in it. And I met Mr. Angel that night. We met again after that and would take walks together. But then father returned, and we could no longer meet.
Do you have your own income?
I do, from an inheritance. It was left to me by my Uncle Ned in Auckland.
Then you have all that you could wish for, naturally.
Well, I live at home and don't wish to be a burden to my family, so they have the use of the money.
Why was your stepfather against your going anywhere?
Well, he didn't like anything of that sort. He used to say that a woman should be happy in her own family circle.
Did Mr. Hosmer Angel make no attempt to see you?
Well, father was going off again in a week. And Hosmer wrote and said that it would be better for us not to see each other until father had gone. After that, he stopped writing.
Were you engaged?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. Right after the first walk that we took.
Where does Mr. Angel live?
I don't know exactly. I address all of his letters to the Leadenhall Street Post Office for collection.
Is there anything else that you can tell me about Mr. Angel?
He is a very shy man. He would rather walk with me in the evening, so as to be discreet. I put a missing persons notice in last Saturday's Chronicle. Here's a copy, and a letter from him.
Ha ha, a love letter. Yes, I see. As I anticipated, this validates my deductions perfectly.
What deductions, Mr.
Mr. Wilde. Holmes, tell her.
This is strange. The love letter is typewritten. I'm waiting for the moment when your stepfather leaves once more. We had a wonderful time together, didn't we, while your father was in France? Miss Sutherland only met with Hosmer Angel while the stepfather was absent. Good quality paper, quite smooth. Fairly common ink, nothing special. Hosmer Angel decided not to leave his signature. Let's study this letter more closely. There are some letters with typographical defects.
Unfortunately not. But I've brought my father's letter from Paris. Here it is.
The stepfather's letter is also typewritten. Quite common paper with a light yellow tint. Fairly common ink, nothing special. I hope that you'll be an obedient girl. Take my advice, stay at home. Miss Sutherland's stepfather's signature. The stepfather is trying to keep the daughter at home. Let's study this letter more closely. There are some letters with typographical defects. Both letters have typographical defects. They merit further attention. This letter has a defect. One more letter with a defect. One more letter with a defect. It's the same letter with the same defect in both instances. One more letter with a defect. Another letter match with the same defects. Another letter match with the same defects. So, based on the specific defects, we could say that these letters were composed on the same typewriter. You should try to let Mr. Hosmer Angel vanish from your memory, as he has done from your life.
Then you don't think I'll see him again?
I fear not.
Then what has happened to him?
Your stepfather married your mother for her money, and also enjoyed the use of your income. But with your personal advantages, it was clear that you would not remain single for long, even with him keeping you at home. He disguised himself and reappeared as Mr. Hosmer Angel. He brought you as far as the church door and then conveniently slipped away, to bring you to this conclusion in such a dramatic manner that it would leave a permanent impression upon your mind. You have been cruelly tricked, Miss Sutherland.
Oh, Mr. Holmes. No, I can't believe it. But we were engaged. Oh, it's horrible to think about. But thank you for all you have done, Mr. Holmes.
Holmes, you could have been more diplomatic.
What is going on?
Mr. Holmes, is everything all right?
Oh my God. Go back to your flat and stay there with Kate. It's ticking. I see wires inside. They could be connected to the cover. A fancy ticking homemade gift from a secret admirer. I have 2 minutes to defuse it. There are wires attached to the bell and hammer. When the alarm triggers, the bomb will explode. Aha! This solenoid protects the bomb from being easily diffused. If it loses its power supply, it will close contact between the secondary chain wires and the bomb will explode. A source of electricity for the detonation. A package with explosive material. There are wires going in and out. It's useless to predict how they might be tangled up inside. Whew.
What happened?
Just a small bomb.
Somebody wants to kill me? What for?
I don't believe that you were the target.
Who then?
Mr. Holmes, are you all right? I saw the bloke. I tried to catch him, but he escaped.
Can you describe the man?
He was thin, about 5'5", with black hair and a hair lip.
Wiggins, tell us everything you saw.
The fellow was watching your place, so I thought maybe he's a client. But then he took something out of his jacket and threw it, smashing your window. I shouted at him and he took off. I grabbed him by the sleeve, but he wriggled out of his jacket and left it. I'm sorry I didn't catch him, Mr. Holmes.
You did very well, Wiggins. Now, let's take a look at that jacket.
Here it is.
Good job, Wiggins. Here's a penny.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Holmes.
Who tried to kill me, Mr. Holmes?
JT are the owner's initials. Let's see what's inside.
There could be a hidden message that's been written with some lemon juice.
No, don't touch anything else. There are ink stains on this piece of paper. I could read the text with the help of my analysis table if Wilde hadn't already destroyed it. I could read the text with the help of my analysis table if Wilde hadn't already destroyed it. A poem. But what does it mean?
This isn't a poem. It's a song called Rally Mohawks. That great moment when America rebelled against England's dominance. Then rally, boys, and hasten on to meet our chiefs at the Green Dragon. And I bet they hoisted a tankard of ale and invented a new nation, along with deciding if this was the week they got to dump some tea into yon harbor.
Why ever did he keep such a song in his pocket? Here it is. That's all I can do for now. Let's try and get a few hours of sleep.
How can you sleep when there's someone trying to kill me? How selfish.
He's so funny.
Oh my, I see you and Kate are best friends.
It's incredible how quickly Mr. Wilde has understood, Father.
Did you sleep well, Kate?
Very well, thank you, Father.
Is that Wilde? Whatever is he doing now?
He's transforming you into a legend.
Oh, silly man. Kate, what's the matter?
Well, I just came by to tell you that I'm going to the zoo with Alice. We'll be having lunch in town.
That's kind of her, but I'd rather you didn't take advantage of her generosity.
It's my birthday today, Father.
I fooled you, didn't I? Of course I remembered. Here's some spending money. Go and enjoy your special day.
All right. I'll go then.
Kate.
You never do anything right.
All right. Come here.
I've had enough of you not caring about me.
I do care. I've just had a difficult night.
Yes, Alice told me about the bomb, but you wouldn't.
Kate, I only want to protect you.
You don't understand anything. I wish Alice would adopt me.
Don't be ridiculous.
I don't know why my parents entrusted me to you. Did they really know you?
Kate, come back. Damn it. Such a waste. This Alice, I have an odd sense about her. It's as if she's playing with Kate's feelings. This would be... A back room. Force is not an option. I should find another way inside Alice's flat. Mrs. Hudson is not at home. Honestly, the level of narcissism. It looks as though Alice has not slept here for a long time. A phonograph cylinder. Alice's childhood was spent with her aunt, until the aunt's death. Alice was unhappy with all of her adopted families. She's spying on me. Alice has recently used this. It appears that Alice sleeps in this armchair, as uncomfortable as that must be. Alice prepared a gift for Kate. She remembered her birthday. Well, women are good at that sort of thing. A soothing drug to aid sleep. It has no smell. It has a bitter taste. No smell, bitter taste. It's a tincture of barbiturate. Sarah de Bouvier is Alice's mother. Strange taste in literature. Her full name is Alice Floella Hamilton. Alice used her mother's name to lease the flat. Kate probably sleeps here. It's shut tight. This lock is quite new. Oh my God. The wheelchair is the same as the one in the photograph above. Louis Napoleon Bonaparte. distant ancestor, Horace Verne. William Hamilton. But I know him. He was a bandit who I arrested 20 years ago. Alice knows about Zacharias Greystoke, the victim from the bowling club. I solved that crime.
William Hamilton, are you there? Can you hear me? I wish to hear from you. Daddy, I'm so glad to hear you. Daddy, talk to me, please. Don't leave me alone, Daddy. Oh, no.
Alice is talking with her father, William Hamilton. Abraham Lincoln. My word, look at this setup. Alice practices spiritualism. Charles Darwin, English naturalist and geologist. I finished here, time to go. Oh my, I see you and Kate are best friends already. Perfect. This is a good opportunity to investigate the Green Dragon Tavern alone. Here it is. I have to be careful in this den of iniquity.
Come on, Bobby, push back!
Hey, you, shut up!
I should be quiet so that I can listen to what people are saying.
Let's celebrate!
Bottoms up.
I've lost too much here. Damn poker.
There's an illegal gambling den here.
I drink to forget that I drink.
Good beer. Strong.
Perhaps I should try.
Let's
There's no one to eavesdrop on
celebrate!
from here.
I drink to forget that I drink.
Damn. Your attack on Holmes failed.
Interesting. They have some kind of pass for getting inside.
I drink to forget that I drink.
Bottoms up.
Hey, Mrs. Martin.
Let's celebrate!
Want a beer?
Bottoms
There's
up.
no one to eavesdrop on from here.
Hey, mug hunter, what do you think you're doing? Get out of here!
I drink to forget that I drink.
The man with the air lip. He was afraid. He ran upstairs.
The man with a hen. He could be my attacker. I should find a way to go upstairs.
Let's celebrate.
Cheers!
Bottoms up.
Want a beer?
Let's celebrate.
Pour me a double. I'm going outside for a cigarette.
He has a pass. I could steal it to gain entry.
You can get in.
Cheers!
Bottoms up.
I need a refill.
Let's celebrate.
Is the boss at his place?
Yeah, he's waiting for you.
Ah, man. I should find a way to follow him.
The door to the gambling room is there. It's not a gambling room, so get out of here.
Let's celebrate.
Cheers!
Bottoms up.
I need a refill.
Let's celebrate.
Luck is on my side.
Bid up for a shilling.
All in.
It's my lucky
Hey, what do you think you're doing? That's private. Gamble or get out.
Luck is on my side.
You loser.
All in.
I can smell the money.
What are you looking at?
Bid up for a shilling.
Look it, Snappy.
You loser.
Yeah, I'm gonna win.
Luck is on my side.
Bid up for a shilling.
All in.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? That's private. Gamble or get out.
Think faster.
I have to get across to the other side. Perhaps from there I can reach the guarded area. I have to create a diversion that moves the guard away from the door.
All in. I can smell the money.
a well-cared-for hat. Hello, Knight here.
All in. I can smell the money.
He uses a mirror to look at the cards during the deal. A button for a mechanism. He uses the extra cards to cheat. This is a holdout that deals extra cards. The rope leads from one sleeve to the other. If the rope's cut, it'll release the hidden cards and expose his trick. That's what I'll need to do for a diversion when I can get outside.
It's my lucky day. Thought you snappy? Think faster. Luck is on my side. You loser. All in. I can smell the money. What are you looking at?
Get up for a shilling.
Look it snappy.
You loser. Yeah, I'm gonna win.
Luck is on my side.
Get up for a shilling.
All in. It's my lucky day. Thought you snappy? Think faster. Luck is on my side.
You loser.
I have to try and go around.
You take that! Get off me! You villain! You bad boy!
Those must be the windows of the guarded rooms. Those must be the windows of the guarded rooms. The man from the gambling room is the same card cheating accessory. Every card on this deck is the ace of spades. They only left this room recently. Clever invention for hiding gambling items in the event of a police raid. The hammer. Jack Cole, I remember him from the raid 3 years ago. Doesn't look like a key from an ordinary door. A crack. There might be something behind the cupboard. Damn, I'm late. Left. It's evident that all of these items were stolen by Jack Cole's gang. It's the suitcase belonging to that fellow with the hairlip. No doubt these things were stolen. Our man, most likely with his family. After moving into our new home. This fellow pawned his belongings. He must be in great need of money. Butler's pawn shop in Lambeth Street. He apparently lives near this pawn shop. What's going on in there? Save Orson quickly. Holmes! You sneaky bastard, I'll kill you! Sneaky bastard, I'll kill you! Holmes! You sneaky bastard, I'll kill you!
Who are you?
You are Alice, yeah? Listen, Holmes suspects something.
What are you talking about?
You must be more discreet. Your little game with his daughter.
No! Too soft, Holmes.
But you are Mr. Holmes. Why on earth?
You see, she recognized you. I expected it. You must live the character. You see...
Now you go upstairs right away or I will drive you back to that pub, understood?
And there you are. You've got it. All right. But seriously, you should take acting classes.
I know that you came here to avenge your father. You moved into my building, you've spied on me, and now you prepare your revenge through my own daughter.
Don't be such a fool. I adore your daughter. You see conspiracies in everything.
I have good reason to. Perhaps you forget what I do for a living.
How I pity you. You mistake sincerity for dishonesty.
Do you dare tell me that your presence here is accidental?
Obviously not. When the opportunity arose for me to meet you, then I came, but not with hatred, rather more with fascination. I had hoped to learn something about my father from you, some answers as to my identity, when, strangely enough, I find that you yourself are a riddle, even to your own daughter.
You shouldn't have involved my daughter in your sick problems. You're only confusing her.
It's over. She doesn't know it yet, but I'll be leaving soon. I've finished my business here, and you will never hear from me again.
Good. But you better speak to me directly. No being furtive.
I had no idea that you could show such a high level of indulgence towards the children of criminals.
You...
I'm going. Please, I beg you, do not spoil my last moments with Caitlin.
Here.
It's a good thing that I came to help you at the tavern, Holmes.
Actually, I would far rather you stop helping me. Thanks to Wilde, my analysis table has been completely destroyed.
Please, sir, release my son.
Good day, Constable. Is Inspector Lestrade here?
Inspector Lestrade is back at his office, Mr. Holmes. Mr. Holmes, you're still alive.
I can tell that that displeases you.
Oh, a faulty deduction for once.
Due to the attempt made on my life, I would like you to apprehend Jack Cole.
All right, Mr. Holmes, we'll apprehend him immediately.
Inspector, the suspect has been apprehended.
There you are, he's all yours. No need to thank me. How can I help you, Mr. Holmes?